Hi guys, it's markabusi here and we're back with another song reaction, and today we are going to be doing the song Hell You Call a Dream by The Warning, which I'm doing because I'm going to see them in about 1 month and they've brought out some new songs, which means there's a new album coming out very soon. Hopefully it's out in time for the gig so that I can maybe get it on vinyl when I'm there, but I don't know if I want to get it yet or not because I haven't heard any songs from it other than one which I thought was good but not as good as their older stuff, and so I want to see if they've still got it or not, because I know that they hooked up with a new producer, so my concern is that it's maybe not gonna be as good. That'd be a shame. I know they hooked up with some new songwriters and I really don't know if they needed it. There's only one way to find out, and that's to go in, check out this song, see if it stacks up against their other songs, their older stuff, and then we're going to use the emo scale to decide how emo are The Warning. I'm going to say something right now which is going to be firstly controversial and secondly possibly annoy quite a lot of The Warning fans, but that's a completely different fucking sound from the normal stuff. From previous videos that I have done, I have always said from the start the best thing about The Warning is that they are kind of generic rock band, and I've never meant that in a bad way. What I meant was they just played straight up rock music. There was nothing else about it that was overly technically fancy, and it didn't need to be. They just wrote really catchy riffs, really catchy choruses, and they were just good at what they did. A lot of that is still there. The technical proficiency with their instruments, that's still there. The catchy melodies, that's still there. What has changed is that is no longer a straight up rock song. That sounds like third album Paramore. It's kinda went kinda emo, kinda poppy, and I think a lot of that is the production on it. It's a lot more polished than it should be. Lyrically, the song is really, really good. Melodically, the song is really, really good. And you know what, right, it is actually still it's a pretty good song. It just doesn't sound like The Warning as I know The Warning to sound like. And I'm unsure if I prefer this direction. Even coming from my emo background, I'm unsure if I prefer it. I don't have an issue with them changing. It's just, and maybe it is just because like it does sound quite Paramore-y, which I wasn't expecting. Who am I to fucking judge that? Loads of bands change their production over albums. Look at Radiohead. I feel like I've maybe went in a little bit unfair, but now that I know what I'm listening, like that I kind of know what I'm getting, I'm gonna go back and start and rejudge it. I think that bass needed a bit more punch to it. I like the distortion on the bass. The bass sounds really cool, but it could have done with being a bit louder and a wee bit more beefier sounding. Other than that, that verse is actually kind of jamming because it's a really cool bass line, which is why I kind of wanted a bit more focus on it. the lyrics are actually very, very good. That might be some of their best lyrics that I've seen from them melodically. Yeah, solid, solid. It is actually the lyrics that's making it feel really emo to me. It is quite heavy compressed, and also vocally she's sounding more and more like Hayley Williams with every passing fucking line. The production has done this no favours. I think if you were in a live audience and that bass was allowed to be as loud as that bass would be, that bass line would go through your fucking bones. Then when everything else kicked in, when the drums and that kicked in and it was just an explosion of noise, it would be an actual explosion of noise, which would just be cool as fuck. I think this song has not been done justice by production, which put me off it at the start. But now that I'm trying to ignore that and just listen to the actual song for what the song is, it's frustratingly good. Then I'm also thinking, if I buy that on vinyl, it will be uncompressed, which would make it significantly better to listen to. So the compression problems might not be the issue that I'm making it out to be. Such a good chorus. Okay, that high note was absolutely banging. Also, the chorus is fan-fucking-tastic. The second half of the chorus, when she does, I'll get to it. I'll do a wee boop boop when it gets to it. Genius. Coldplay moment. And it's how you call a dream. Colliding every time. The chaos drives me wild like an animal. Just wanna breathe. That's the bit during the gig. You know everybody's gonna clap there, and you know they're all gonna clap out of time and make it very fucking difficult for the band to come back in properly, because they're gonna put everybody up on that stage right off their fucking game with a shit out of time clapping. Because it happens every fucking gig. My band had a song once, right, where we had clapping at the end, and I was supposed to be the one clapping into the microphone, trying to keep the time, right? And it was already a struggle for me because I had to instantly stop the bass and then start clapping. It got to the point where everybody who was coming to the gigs knew that that song was coming. It was the last song and it was the big kind of finale moment. And every fucking time they clapped wrong. It just put me right off, to the point where then when the rest of the band were coming in, they were just like, what the fuck happened there, mate? And I was like, that's dickhead in the front of me. He started clapping wrong, and I just started clapping along with him, because I am a musical sheep. That was fucking nuts. That came out of nowhere. Such a good note. I had a bunch of stuff at the start of that song where I was like, I don't like this and I don't like that, and I've got like issues with this and issues with that. But see, with the end of that song, nah, that won me. That won me over. That was, yeah, I like that. I still feel like there's issues with the production on it. I feel like the compression on it doesn't help it at all. But I'm willing to kind of put that to the side because I know that that's not going to be an issue when I go and see them, which is really all I care about. And I suspect it will probably be better on the record. In terms of like actual just songwriting, the melody was fantastic. It's really fucking catchy. Her singing is now, she's like taken off to a different level with her singing compared to what it was in previous songs that I've reacted to. The actual songwriting itself seems much stronger. I've seen it online, a lot of people were complaining about how it's gonna like ruin their natural sound, and I don't actually think it has. I think it's just kind of changed it into a slightly different direction, but I think they suit it. It had the really cool high note that you would get in like a normal pop song at that point, and it had a wee Coldplay moment. Always works in every song that works. Banging. Shit production, great song. But the important thing is, where does it land on the emo scale? We're now using sad crying face to denote emo scale because the length of that song title made it almost unbearable to figure out where the hell that was going to go. So, twinkly guitars are unimportant. You go by the singing and the lyrics, and that song is emo. Yous guys can argue all yous want. Emo. So unbelievably emo. It's unreal. That song could have been released 20 years ago and I would have went banger. Just is what it is. Listen, I don't make the fucking rules, alright? I just live by them. Guys, that was Hell You Call a Dream by The Warning. Possibly the most emo song that we've had on this channel. I've been markabusi. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.